Now on Nightside, updates in the University of Idaho student murders case. What files were released today and what option the defense is trying to remove.
Record-shattering temperatures and possible scattered thunderstorms tonight. One of those will continue tomorrow. I'll get you ready for your Thursday.
After an Amber Alert led to a child being saved from a kidnapping yesterday, we spoke with officials on the criteria needed to trigger that type of alert. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. And thanks for staying up with Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The defense team representing Bryan Kohberger in the University of Idaho murders case is fighting to get the death penalty taken off the table. The defense argues Bryan Kohberger should not be eligible because of his neurological disorders, including autism spectrum disorder. They went on to say this is a disability and executing him would be a cruel and unusual punishment. In response, the prosecution pointed to an evaluation of Kohberger that says motor problems have not impacted his functioning significantly in many years. Prosecutors also filed several new documents in the case, including video of Kohberger's vehicle at several Moscow businesses hours before the murders, and an essay he wrote for a criminology class in 2020. Titled Crime Scene Scenario Final, the essay described what Kohberger would do if he was a police officer who arrived at a crime scene where he found a 35-year-old woman dead. The prosecution says it would introduce the essay to show Kohberger's knowledge of crime scenes. There will be a hearing in April for the prosecution and defense to make their case about all the evidence. Kohberger's trial is set for August in Boise. Well, tonight, firefighters from Spokane County District 3 put out an 80 to 90 acre brush fire, and Jason Valentine is in for Chris tonight. And we don't want to see fires with the potential for lightning in the forecast.
No, absolutely not. And the lightning really is focusing on the west side of our state, not in our areas, at least just yet. Good Wednesday evening, everybody. We've made it to midweek, and what a wonderful day we had, at least so far today. 61 right now in the Spokane area. Records were shattered throughout our areas, but let's get to the shower activity. Again, most of it is focused in on the west side of our state. Seattle has seen quite a bit go through. Portland as well earlier in the day. But we're seeing some lightning coming into the eastern part of our state, kind of on both sides to the east and the west of Spokane. Pullman, you saw it just about an hour ago. So we do expect to see some scattered cells of thunderstorms coming through our areas overnight. So you might have already heard some of that thunder. And that's going to continue off and on for the next couple of days into maybe Saturday morning, but it looks like our weekend is going to be settling down. So like I said, we saw records shattered. When you go for 75, that was our high today in the Spokane area. Our previously daily record for today was 67. In the entirety of recorded temperatures, 8 degrees difference is huge. And in the month of March, 74 was the top in 1881. So we broke quite a few records. So our evening planner, we are going to be warm overnight. And again, scattered showers pretty much off and on for the next couple of days. I'll get you more on that in a bit. But quick countdown. Baseball, oh my goodness, it returns tomorrow. April Fool's next Tuesday. Be on guard. And Bloomsday just 38 days away. I'll get you ready for your Thursday and a sneak peek at your weekend. My full forecast coming up.
All right, Jason, thank you. An update now in a child abduction case in Spokane Valley. 40-year-old Reginald Kinsey was booked on charges of kidnapping and violating a protection order. He is the father who kidnapped his 8-year-old daughter, setting off an Amber Alert to thousands of our phones. And less than an hour after that alert was issued, the child was found in downtown Spokane. That swift recovery is thanks to timing and detailed information when a child is abducted. Every second matters. It may seem like we get a lot of missing person alerts on our phones, but they're not all the same as an Amber Alert.
So there's 4 criteria. It has to be for children, so 17 years old and younger. And there has to be some indication that the child has been abducted.
Now, the other 2 parts of that criteria, a child must be in danger of serious injury or death, and there needs to be specific details, like a license plate to share to get credible leads. Gordon, who you just heard from, says it's important people don't get what's called alert fatigue and turn off these potentially life-saving notifications. People in the inland Northwest are used to extreme weather, and a new survey done by the city of Spokane shows that extreme heat, extreme cold, and wildfire smoke are among the weather events that impact us the most, especially residents who make $28,000 or less. The city is using this information to update its comprehensive plan and serve those impacted by these weather events.
When the smoke is bad or the heat is bad, everybody's affected to some degree, but we know those people with the fewest resources are affected first and worst.
And the city says when it comes to this comprehensive plan, the more feedback about climate impacts, the better. You can give your ideas on the Plan Spokane website. We have a link to that right now on KXLY.com. The Coeur d'Alene Resort is adding a new 15-story tower to keep up with the growing tourism industry in North Idaho. The resort's president says tourism has far exceeded pre-pandemic numbers, and he expects tourism to grow every year. The executive director of the Coeur d'Alene Downtown Association says it's important to keep adding hotels to the area to keep up with demand.
Of course, it's different, it looks new, change is always a little scary, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great benefit to the corridor, and the businesses downtown are excited about this and the opportunities that it can bring.
The resort's new Sherman Tower is expected to open in May of 2027. Well, cue the madness. Spokane is hosting the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 rounds of the NCAA women's basketball tournament this weekend. This is a big event for Spokane, and several high-profile programs are locked in for this weekend's games. North Carolina State is one of them. We saw the team loading up on their way to practice and taking in the sights in Spokane. We also casually bumped into the LSU women's team, grabbing some shave ice there in Riverfront Park. On the line this weekend for these teams, a trip to the Final Four. And for our city, it's a chance to showcase Spokane and many of our beloved businesses.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, like you said, kind of coming out, getting out after January, February are kind of the slow months. Then March we really pick up, and then expecting a big weekend.
And we also saw city crews cleaning up the downtown area. It is all hands on deck to make sure Spokane is as welcoming as possible. Tickets are selling fast. If you want to snag some for the weekend, look for this story now on KXLY.com.
Now, Kirsten just gave me a great intro. The Women's Sweet 16 Elite 8, as you just heard, coming to town. Practices starting up tomorrow, but this year is unlike any other for the Lilac City. The sheer quality of all of these NCAA tournament matchups is just ridiculous. Starting on Friday, 4:30 p.m., top-seeded UCLA Bruins taking on 5-seeded Ole Miss. First time ever the Bruins got a top seed, coming off a 32-2 season. That was their debut in the Big Ten. But for the Rebs, it's their 4th straight tournament appearance, best seeding since 1994. So a couple teams not used to being this high. Rebels are 0-1 against the Big Ten this season. They lost to USC opening the season. And speaking of those USC Trojans, there are other #1 seed in Saturday's games. They face the 5-seeded Kansas State Wildcats. Biggest story of the tournament, perhaps, Trojan star Juju Watkins. She tore her ACL. Her tournament is over. So SC's going to need a boost keeping that run alive. But for the other game, it's a very familiar face. Paige Buchers and her UConn Huskies. They won their first 2 tournament games by over 100 points. Now face the 3-seed Oklahoma Sooners, who also won 2 blowouts to get to this tournament too. We'll have more coverage when all these events tip off tomorrow. And while that's for all the out-of-town teams coming here, how about our local teams that are still alive? Tune in later in the show for some insight from a Fargo local and how Washington State's matchup at North Dakota State of the WNIT is going to go down. Kirsten, back to you.
All right, Jack, thank you. Idaho lawmakers are trying to change regulations to sex ed taught in classrooms. What parents need to know about these changes?
And folks, records were broken, but we have thunderstorms in the vicinity and throughout the Northwest. I'll let you know what to expect for your Thursday and beyond. You're watching 4 News Now. Stick with us, everyone.
Stay up and watch, or I'm coming at you. Look at this. Look at how much this hurt. It's very, very, very painful. I'm surprised I'm not unconscious right now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find out for yourself. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
right, so let's begin.
Spend 2025 with Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oh, no one else is clapping?
New Kimmel, weeknights on ABC.
Reigning 7-time ACM and CMA Vocal Group of the Year, Old Dominion. How good is that? World Tour. With Ernest. And special guest, Red Farron. Saturday, September 27th, VECU Live at Northern Quest. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at northernquest.com. One incredible night of country music you don't want to miss.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers. Integrated, innovative, inspired.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Arena and NCAA Division I Women's Basketball.
Well, the Supreme Court voted today to uphold government regulations of ghost guns. ABC's Rena Roy reports.
A significant decision today from the nation's highest court. Supreme Court justices ruling 7-2, upholding federal regulations that treat gun part kits the same as fully assembled firearms, requiring manufacturers to serialize the kits and subject buyers to age limits and background checks. The self-assembled kits produce untraceable weapons known as ghost guns.
It's good news for a lot of cities and states that have really tried to crack down on these.
Justice Neil Gorsuch, writing for the majority, saying in part, a person without any specialized knowledge can convert a starter gun into a working firearm using everyday tools in less than an hour, adding if the one meets the statutory test, so must the other. It's a regulation issued by the ATF during the Biden administration.
So I think what stands out is here's a 7-justice opinion ruling that regulators can pass laws pursuant to an act of Congress that place restrictions on firearms.
Gun violence prevention groups are celebrating the court's ruling as a huge win. But gun manufacturers and owners had challenged the law, saying it was an overreach.
Still, there's a serious Second Amendment challenge here, which was not decided today and is the obvious next part.
Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas dissenting. Thomas writing, weapon parts kits themselves do not meet the statutory definition of firearm. The number of ghost guns recovered from crime and accident scenes rose nearly 17-fold from 2017 to 2023, according to the Justice Department. But some areas have reported a downward trend since the 2022 crackdown. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, March is Women's History Month, and we celebrate to remind ourselves of women's contributions to our culture and society. Captain Tracy Meidel is with the Spokane Police Department. Research from the National Policing Institute suggests that female police officers receive fewer complaints and are less likely to use excessive force. Captain Meidel says she believes women bring important qualities to the table, like compassion and strong communication skills, and these skills go a long way for crime victims.
Being able to touch and help people heal and change the trajectory of what that traumatic event does for them is probably the most impactful thing that I could do as a police officer.
25 women are commissioned with the Spokane Police Department, along with 2 officers in training. Women interested in joining can call SPD, join a ride-along, and meet the people you may work with in the future. In Idaho, lawmakers are trying to change regulations for sexual education, making it so parents have to opt in for their child to receive it. Washington and Idaho currently both have opt-out policies for sex ed, meaning students can take a waiver home to be signed if you don't want your child to go through sex ed. This bill would make it so a parent has to give written consent for a child to get any education on human sexuality, which includes topics like sexual conduct, intimacy, and violence. For State Representative Jake Nelson, it's that last one that pushed him to vote against this bill.
Forcing the school to go ask a stepfather, you name it, to investigate sexual abuse when the belief is they're the perpetrator. I just couldn't vote for a bill like that.
Others have raised concerns over the administrative problems this could cause, as it would require teachers to send permission slips every time a topic on human sexuality is taught. However, advocates feel confident that this is what is needed to restore parental rights. The bill passed the Senate last night and is now on its way back to the House after a few amendments. It was a very warm day, record-breaking, in fact,
yes.
Jason.
One of our reporters, he went outside, he said, it's not just warm, it's hot.
It felt, yeah, sweaty out there.
And he's right, but our temperatures right now are going to be our highs tomorrow, and we're heading into the evening hours. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far. 61 right now in Spokane. Our high expected tomorrow will be in the upper 50s, 53 for Coeur d'Alene. A beautiful evening. Oh, my goodness. We just saw some lightning off in the sky cam. There it is, right there. Oh my goodness, we do have it off into the east and to the west of Spokane. We did have record highs today, 75 for Spokane. That beats 67 way back when, about 50 years ago. Scattered T-storms are expected for the next couple of days. Average temperatures to return and drier this weekend, but off and on showers are going to be occurring. So this is the lightning that we've been seeing kind of on each side of Spokane. Coeur d'Alene, you could be seeing a little bit of it going through. We saw a little bit going through the Pullman area, but the bulk of it, look at this on the west side. Quite a bit of thunderstorms. They had severe thunderstorm warning through 9 o'clock. It is starting to slow down, but quite a lot of electricity. So a little bit closer look at our regions, still buffering us to the west and the east. This should continue on and off tonight and into the next couple of days. So a little bit of thunder and lightning action. And what's happening with this low pressure system out in the Pacific? It is churning in. This is why we got all those warmer temperatures. It's churning in all the warm from the south. But look at this blue. That is a cold front that is going to come through tonight. Cause us to get back to, well, where we should be for this time of year. So on our forecast radar, this is tonight. We're going to see, again, scattered showers coming through as we get to tomorrow morning for your commute. Unless you're going on I-90 through Moses Lake and Ritzville, you should be all right. But then just scattered showers on and off for the next couple of days. As we get to tomorrow evening, could be the heaviest cells coming through. And again, this could be included with some thunder and lightning. So just get ready for more shower activity, but still, it will be drying up as we get into our lovely weekend. Winds, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds at times overnight into tomorrow. We shouldn't see too many wind events, but if you do see a storm come through, it could be a quick little squall. Temperatures right now, 53 Coeur d'Alene, 61 in Spokane. Staying warm tonight, and again, these are about our highs that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. Our averages, though, are right around the lower 50s, so we're going to be above and below. So we just got to kind of got a sneak preview of what we're looking at in May today. Overnight tonight, upper 40s to lower 50s throughout, and again, some occasional showers. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s, lower 60s. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. On and off showers through Saturday morning, and again, some electricity will be involved in that. Looking pretty nice for your Sunday. Monday, it looks like showers late and then off and on into our next work week. And again, as we're closing out March, this is kind of how it is. Mother Nature kind of throws a fit before settling down into those nice spring-like days. We got a sneak preview today. More, of course, are on the way, but we're going to have to wait until April to see them return.
Jason, thank you. President Trump announced new tariffs today that will affect importing vehicles. How this could affect your next car purchase.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Friends don't let friends miss buy one, add one for $1 on these classics.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome!
I like it. I love it.
Right now, get 6.49% APR for up to 72 months on a new 2025 Grand Highlander. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Check out career opportunities at Future Ready Trades Night on April 2nd.
New on Nightside, this evening, President Donald Trump announced plans to have a 25% tariff on all foreign cars, including American cars made overseas. This is set to go into effect April 2nd. ABC's Zoreen Shah has the story.
Tonight, President Trump announcing a 25% tariff on all cars and parts made outside the United States, set to take place in less than a week on April 3rd.
This is very modest. We start off with a 2.5% base, which is what we were at, and we go to 25%.
The tariffs also applying to American cars that are assembled in other countries, potentially forcing consumers to pay significantly higher costs, potentially up to $6 grand, according to Cox Automotive, should they decide to purchase those products. Last year, according to Edmunds, roughly half of the cars sold in America were imported, 17% are made in Mexico, roughly 9% in Canada, and another 25% in countries including Japan, South Korea, and Germany. The president stating his goal is to ramp up American manufacturing, adding he is working with House Speaker Mike Johnson on a tax deduction, so if you buy a car made in America with a loan, you can write off the interest. His goal appears not to impact Doge leader and Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Teslas are made in the U.S. The president saying he did not consult with Musk ahead of the announcement.
No, because he may have a conflict, so we don't talk. I've never talked to him. Elon's amazing. He's never asked me for a favor in business whatsoever. I'm actually a little surprised by it. He's never asked me for anything.
It's currently unclear if other countries will retaliate with their own tariffs on Tesla or other vehicles made in the U.S. Stocks falling on Wall Street as the president says he will implement the hike. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, the Department of Homeland Security is holding some green card applications back, saying they're being held for additional screening and vetting. A spokesperson for Homeland Security said some of those being held back are adjustment of status applications, which are for people who are in the United States legally, like foreign workers, family members, and asylum seekers. The spokesperson went on to cite an executive order from President Donald Trump aimed at preventing the entry of terrorists or those who may pose a threat to national security and public safety. Earlier this month, a swinging egg-shaped chair was stolen in Cheney from a child with special needs on their birthday. And today, a heartwarming update to that story. Officers Walters and Sanchez from the Cheney Police Department delivered a brand new chair to the family. And the family says this is not just about a chair for their child, but a medical aid that allows them to sit comfortably outside. The Cheney Police Department says the original chair is still missing, and if you have information on where it might be, call their crime check number. The Spokane Public Library Foundation will be participating in Library Giving Day, a nationwide event that supports public libraries. The foundation aims to raise $10,000 to fund youth initiatives like summer reading and 1,000 books before kindergarten. Jen Larson, the board president of the foundation, said, quote, "The library's role goes far beyond books, supporting economic development, lifelong learning, and community connection. Donor support is an investment that helps the library grow and have an even greater impact on our community." To learn how you can donate, head on over to KXLY.com. Still ahead after the break, Gonzaga lifer Ben Gregg says goodbye to Spokane. Hear his message.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Just Between Friends.
It's an American Idol 2-night event.
Let's party!
Sunday.
Come on!
Last day of audition.
This is my dream.
I've never seen anything like it. This is a platinum ticket.
Oh my gosh.
And Monday.
Give me more!
Hollywood Week kicks off.
Hollywood Week is probably the most stressful time in their journey.
More than half of you will be going home.
American Idol. New Sunday and Monday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Fred's Appliance and 4 News Now are teaming up for the Great American Flag Swap. On March 28th, bring your old, tattered flag to any Fred's location, and in exchange, you'll receive a new flag with help from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift. Let's thank veterans and military families who are serving.
Fred's Appliance is proud to partner with 4 News Now for the Great American Flag Swap. We honor the sacrifices of our military families and veterans. Visit Fred's Appliance today, trusted for over 60 years, where we sell appliances, only appliances.
When you've been seriously injured, choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, our team of winning attorneys is here for you. We'll review your case for free and start working immediately to win the compensation you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find out for yourself. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
You go from one place to another, and then keep going. That's why AutoNation Toyota is here to keep you on the go. Drive a brand new Toyota Tacoma Double Cab for only $419 a month. Go to AutoNation Toyota today.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs have a laundry list of players saying goodbye this offseason, but none quite exemplify what it means to be a Zag, perhaps as much as Ben Gregg does. Fifth-year senior forward concludes his Gonzaga career in the top 10 all-time in games played, offensive rebounds, and box plus-minus, plus a fan favorite with a 73% shooting percentage in his valuable minutes. A Portland native, Gregg grew up a Gonzaga diehard and says in his statement today, there is absolutely nothing like playing in the kennel. Once a Zag, always a Zag. Gregg's biggest performance this season was perhaps in the USF regular season finale. Dropped 24 points, helping the Zags to the #2 seed in the WCC tournament and kept their decades-long winning streak over the Dons alive. Spokane Chiefs return to the playoffs starting Friday night, facing the Vancouver Giants on the road due to the NCAA tournament games at Spokane Arena. Chiefs haven't made a serious run in the postseason since 2019. That means at least winning a series. That was the Western Conference Finals duel against these same Giants. Head coach Brad Lauer spoke with us this week on how the team can take this series well, despite the road disadvantage early on.
You know, playoff hockey is an exciting time. You know, some nervous energy, some stuff like that. So again, I think sometimes starting on the road might help us. You know, being such a young group. You know, maybe not playing in front of our fans and being so excited at them when they're here, when we're here. Maybe the start on the road will kind of calm our nerves down.
Spokane is a perfect 4-0 against the Giants this season. They beat them 10-3 combined over their 2 beatings in British Columbia. Puck drop for Game 1 is Friday at 7 p.m. Washington State versus North Dakota State. That's the matchup we have in the WNIT Super 16. 2 programs that have never met, keeping their right to keep the season alive. The game will be in Fargo, North Dakota. First time in 2.5 years that NDSU's hosted a power conference program like WSU. Fargo-based KVLY Sports Director Devin Fry gave us some insight today about what this tournament will be like for the Cougs.
You have a team with any name recognition in Fargo, North Dakota, you're going to draw a little bit of a crowd, and that creates a fun atmosphere in the Shield Center or the Shack, and it's a very fun environment to be a part of.
WSU went 0-4 in true road non-conference games this year so far, so they're going to put that winless streak to the test in North Dakota. Cougs seek their second ever trip to the WNIT quarterfinals with a win. That would be their best tournament finish ever. Semifinal appearance 2017. Tip-off in Fargo, 5 p.m. tomorrow. And Devin, thank you, Devin, will bring us highlights from Shield Center for us on Nightside. Colorado State men's basketball hired Pullman native Ali Faroukmanesh as their next head coach today. He's known for hitting a miraculous game winner in 2010 March Madness for Northern Iowa to upset the Kansas Jayhawks. And he originally was assistant coach for the Rams, now taken over as head coach just after CSU lost to the Maryland Terrapins round of 32 buzzer beater just last weekend. And happy 25th anniversary to the implosion of the iconic Seattle Kingdome, former home of the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Mariners, and Seattle Supersonics. Dome was just 1 day off exactly from 24 years of use from completion to implosion. Its demise cited to design flaws in the roof, few revenue-generating luxury seats, and, well, the Mariners trying to move to a baseball-only stadium as multi-use stadiums were starting to fall out of favor. And speaking of the Mariners, book your calendars. Baseball season quickly approaching. Seattle Mariners return to the Diamond tomorrow afternoon in their 2025 season opener. The M's play the A's. Athletics, not Oakland, Sacramento, Vegas. Nobody really knows where their home really will be, and they're going to go without a location name this year. Mariners finished an agonizing 1 game out of that wild card spot, 85-77 record, just missing the playoffs. First pitch against the A's at T-Mobile Park at 7:10 p.m. So very excited. Cannot wait for baseball to start up so soon.
Yeah, I think I heard some cheering happening here. We'll find out more about that after the break. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. With the Chase Ink card, we got up and running in no time.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone, time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Lease a 24 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 for $399 a month for $36, or buy with 2.9% for $72. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Spokane's infamous potholes. More than just a bumpy ride, they can put a serious dent in your wallet.
Sometimes you can't avoid a pothole until it's too late.
The hidden costs of the potholes and how to protect your vehicle and your budget. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot, you have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got 1 shot.
Watch and learn. All right, 2 out of 3.
AutoNation Volkswagen gets it. Your life is constantly on the move. That's why we do our part to keep you on the go. Drive new Atlas models with 4.9 APR or 2,500 customer bonus. Go to AutoNation Volkswagen today.
Harlem has everything, but I couldn't find Pilates anywhere. So I started my own studio. And with the right help, I can make this place I love even better.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. Our camera looking out to the west. We've been catching some lightning, but it doesn't seem to want to snap right now. Oh, there, just a little bit out there. So we do have more lightning coming through. Let's take a look at that radar. Both cells are kind of to the east and to the west of Spokane. Saw a little bit come through Pullman. Scattered thunder showers to showers for the next 2 days. So here's your Thursday planner. We're going to see highs in the upper 50s, so much cooler, 15 degrees cooler than today. But today was a nice sneak preview of kind of May days. So it was very nice. Were you guys able to get out at all?
Oh, of course. And as soon as I walked in, the jealous friends of mine that were in here said, looks like you got a tan. You're a little red. I said, looks like you were in a windowless building.